listened to this lawyer. She's a sister, and she was talking about Jeff Sessions, and this the dude that I guess was appointed the Attorney General. And this dude, man, he lied under oath when they asked him, did he know anything about the Russians or have he met with the Russians? He said no. But this same guy has called for every attorney. He did a call for every attorney, as the sister was saying. She said he called for every attorney to prosecute people to the fullest. But under the Obama administration, they said no, we're not going to prosecute people to the fullest because this create mass incarceration.
Yeah.
And you notice once Jeff Sessions first got approved, or the Senate approved him, prison stock shot up like almost 50% because they already know that this man plans to incarcerate young African American men, even though 1 in every 4 African American male is in prison, incarcerated under some type of supervision, probation, or parole.
Yeah.
He still, and the Trump administration still has called a war on not only black community, but on black crime. Because they know most of these laws, when you say prosecute to the fullest extent, which means, for example, for those who may not understand what I'm saying, say, for example, if Colorado have a weed, it's a weed state, like where they have a weed law where people can smoke weed.
Yeah, the dispensary.
Recreational weed and so on and so forth. Well, what Obama now said, if you get caught with an ounce or whatever, we're not going to prosecute that. We'll look over that, we'll slap you with a ticket. Well, what Jeff Sessions is saying, no, we're going to prosecute you on a federal level. And therefore, we're going to increase the prison population. We're going to increase the felon rate. It's going to be more people made felonies by these misdemeanor crimes. These crimes that really shouldn't be a crime because it's legalized on a state level. So he sent out a memo, told all the prosecutors, look, it's on. So, they were supposed to, according to the sister, they were supposed to be downsizing, privatizing a prison. Okay, what he's saying, no, I think that's a good idea. We're going to privatize more prisons. So what brothers need to understand is that mass incarceration up under Clinton and up under Bush and Reagan was extensive. But what this dude is about to do, this Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, it's going to be astronomical. I mean, it's going to be colossal. I mean, they finna be, like me and you talked many times, I told people the 13th Amendment gives the government the right to incarcerate and enslave anyone who breaks the law. And I explained to your listeners many a times, I said that in 1866, you had what they had, which was called black codes. And black codes meant that if black folks looked at white women or drunk from a white fountain or whatever, these was trumped up charges that they put out there so they can snatch and grab and incarcerate black folks of that era. So we got to understand that, like I say, from 1866 to 2017, we haven't moved one iota. We still comprise a great majority of the prison population. We're still the ones who are most arrested, who have more infractions with the laws, of this country, both on a state and federal level. So young men, listen, they finna criminalize weed. So basically what that means, if you get caught and say for instance, if you in the club and you drinking some Hennessy and you drink a whole bottle of Hennessy and the police pull you over, and they give you a DUI test, and they find you DUI. That means that you could go to jail for a DUI, driving while under the influence. Well, now they have a tester where they can test you if you smoking weed. So if you smoke the weed, they can get you for driving while they're under the influence of drugs, which if you're a young African American male, you 18 years old, you're on your way to college. Guess what? That just put a monkey wrench in your game, because now you have a felony.
Yeah.
So we got to understand what's going on. We got to understand the tricks and the trades that are being implemented. We got to understand that Donald Trump, is something, that we never seen before. This man just lied on the president of the United States and said that the president tapped his phone.
Yeah.
And we all know that you got to have a FISA, or you got to have some type of approval from a judge. No one can get their phone tapped. No one can get their house raided without a warrant. This is part of the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? It's the right of due process. So no one can just do anything to you. But if this man is saying that that President Obama is doing these things to him, and he's lying on Twitter every day, and he says that he tapped his phone, T-A-P-P. He even misspelled the word. So, you know what I'm saying? Man, we in trouble. We have to be very vigilant. Like I said, I write about Trump in my book, The Art of Human Chess. And when I wrote about him back in the day, I spoke about him being a chess player. But I spoke about him being a chess player in the arena of real estate.
Yeah.
But this man is playing some serious chess as far as the destruction of young black males.
Yeah.
See, now what you got to understand is, now that he said that you can prosecute to the full extent of the law, but people got to understand is that the National Guard, the CIA, and all these people, they have permission to start investigating and start looking into, the criminal activities of a lot of people and a lot of organizations, which they probably didn't have that under the Obama, because, a lot of times when you give certain agencies power, what they do is they abuse their power, and they get caught up into the politics of things and be trying to, play for position, and some of them have political aspirations. They want to be in politics. They want to be, in higher position of law enforcement, and sometimes they use crooked tactics, and they use illegal tactics in order to incarcerate people. And if the highest authority, the top cop, which is Jeff Sessions, if he say it's cool, then they're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. It's gonna be a lot of foul play.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of young African American males and some older males getting incarcerated for some BS. Mm-hmm. So we have to be very vigilant, and we have to understand, what's going on. We have to understand, what this man is saying when he said you can prosecute to the full extent of the law. Obama, they combated that because of, mass incarceration. They was trying to keep that from getting out of hand. But now these people is finna reverse everything and reverse it in fast gear and try to, hey, look, man, just lock up as many people we can. Let's get as much money as we can. It doesn't make no sense for prison stocks to go up because somebody got elected or somebody got appointed to a position.
Yeah.
As the top cop, that's the wrong signal to send to the world, to send to America that, look, we're going to be building more prisons. How can you build more prisons if you don't even know you got the crime available, unless you plan on manufacturing the crime, unless you plan on hijacking people and basically kidnapping people and putting them under arrest and then giving them false charges.
Too cool to come 24/7.